Today's light comes courtesy of LaLuceNatz. It is battery powered, has built-in wireless DMX, it's pixel mappable, is a 3-in-1, it has 3 different types of effects in it, so it can act as a blinder, a wash, and eye candy effect, and it comes at a fantastic price. And I'll have a link in the description below where you can check this out. So let's dive right in. Hey everybody, how's it going? Daryl here, welcome to the channel. So let's go ahead and unbox this. All right, here is that light. So when you purchase this light, of course you get your light, a Type-C power adapter, a remote, and a manual. All right, here is the light. Let's take a closer look. Okay, here's a closer look at this light. It is a 3-in-1. It has 12 of these circular LEDs, which have a narrow beam effect, and they are a warm white color. And then in the middle, you have like these 2 rows, almost looks like the Roman numeral 2. And these are a bright white. And then on the outside here are these RGB LEDs, and you have that on both sides. And that pattern goes along the entire length of this light. Both sides have this groove, which acts as a heat sink to dissipate some of that heat. It does have a warning label advising you to use the power adapter that came with this and not a different one. On either end, there is nothing. Then on the bottom here, there's a mounting plate on either side. It is adjustable, 180 degrees with these rubber knobs to lock it into place. And then there's this middle portion. This is where the battery bank is stored. On this side, here is the built-in wireless DMX receiver, as well as a cap for this USB Type-C charger input. And then here is the power cable. Going to turn that on real quick. It is battery powered after all. Here's a familiar 4-button LCD panel, as well as a battery life indicator, and it is pretty low as of now. And here is a wireless DMX receiver, and it has a button so that you can change the color. So red, green, yellow, blue, purple, teal, white. We'll do red. And if for whatever reason this goes out, or you want to use a different DMX receiver like the D5, you can plug that in here. Or you can also do DMX out, so you can connect this to a different fixture that doesn't have DMX built in. Here's a closer look at that power adapter, a closer look at that remote. Pretty similar to many of the generic remotes we've seen in the past. It's a little over 39 inches tall, and then this bar is a little over an inch, with the thickest part being about 3 inches. It weighs about 7 pounds, 4 ounces, which is pretty lightweight for a fixture having a battery. And as mentioned before, it has 12 of these 5-watt warm white LEDs, these circular ones. It has 156.5 cool white LEDs and 72.2 watt RGB 50/50 LEDs. It is 100 watts. So the battery bank is 8800 mAh. It's rated to last for 8 hours on a single color, or if you're using this in auto mode, 6 hours, and it takes 6 hours to recharge. You can control, so it has auto mode, a sound active mode, and you can control this with DMX. In the manual, it does a pretty good job explaining the different DMX modes and how they work. But basically, there's a 5-channel mode where you're just leveraging those presets. 14-channel mode, you're still leveraging the built-in presets, but it gives you a little bit more control of the parameters. And then 63-channel mode is more like individual pixel mapping. And here is a chart. So basically you have 12 zones of control for the RGB, 12 zones of control for the warm white, and then an odd number, 13 zones of control for the cool white. And you can control all of them individually in 63-channel mode. And so in case you were curious, there are other lights like this one on the market, and they may or may not have a different DMX profile. So it looks like the 5 and 14 channel mode are identical for the both lighting one, but the both lighting manual control mode has 75 channels and 16 zones of control, while this one has 12 for the RGB. All right, let's turn this on and give it a whirl. So controlling this is very simple. So you can choose your DMX address like this. To choose your channel mode, whether it's 14, 5, or 63, this is how you do it. And if you want to sync multiple of these together, you can have it be a master or a slave, and this is where you indicate that. There's the sound active mode, there's the auto mode, the display, so you can like swap it. And then you can turn on or off this wireless DMX. So it can be receiver on, transmitter on. Let's just have it be receiver. So you can connect this to like an external source like Wolfmix or SOUNDSWITCH. And then, yeah, I have it on auto mode, and you can already tell that this is super bright. So this is one of my favorite mounting hardwares. So I'm just going to attach this on both sides. Okay, here we go. Have one on both sides. Here I have a gravity stand. Might be kind of hard to see. A black stand against the black backdrop. But just know that I have this T-bar attachment on top. I'm going to go ahead and attach my light bar. Okay, here we go. What's nice about this approach is that I can adjust the angle at where I am shining this. Should probably center it a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and turn it on. And let's give it a watch. What are my thoughts on this LaLuceNatz light bar? Well, I'm a fan, especially in these days. I have a hard time taking any light fixture to a gig that isn't battery powered and have built-in wireless DMX. If you haven't adopted that into your workflow yet, it changes your life. It just makes life so much more convenient as long as you remember to charge your light. This light bar, I am a fan of this implementation. I think it is well made. I think it is really functional. I am a fan. I like the built-in effects. For some reason, I like having 16 zones of control over 12 when I'm DMX programming, just because it fits more in line with the bars inside a measure of music. I see some DJs display lights like this, like facing directly in front of the audience. I think that these beams are a little bit blinding, so I would do that sparingly. But yeah, overall, a great light. The only critique I have of it really is that the charging cable is a non-standard one. It'd be nice if it was using like a standard PowerCon cable. If you'd like to check it out, I have a link in the description below. What are your thoughts on this light bar? Let me know down below. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.